Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If I'm speaking a little bit softly, it's because it's, I think, like 12:30 a.m. in the morning, and I've just checked into my hotel. It's the Hilton Airport Hotel at Boston's Logan Airport, and I just arrived from London. Our flight was 2 hours delayed, which means we got in at 12:30 a.m. instead of 10:30 a.m. But because I'm staying here for one night on each end of my trip, I thought I would just do a hotel room review, give you a tour of the room, because this hotel is a really fantastic hotel to stay at if you're flying in to Boston's Logan Airport. I think it's actually the only hotel that is actually attached to the airport. You do have to go on kind of a long, windy walk, but everything is accessible with kind of escalators, elevators, and kind of those instead of, you know what, I don't know, my brain doesn't work. Let's go do a tour of the room. So I am staying in a king non-smoking room, and this is the view when you walk in. It's a really large room. I mean, this is massive. Looks perfectly lovely and clean. That bed, I'm dying to just basically faceplant myself in there. But on the side here, we've got some really cool lamps. Just thought I'd show. Very snazzy detail. Just nothing in the drawers. Panning around over here, we've got a really lovely console table with a TV. But before that, just saying a little bit of a hello. And this is actually the luggage that I traveled with, plus a little backpack. And I was able to navigate wheeling this all the way from the airport. Probably like, I would say like a 7 to 10 minute walk. But then moving over here, so we've got this massive TV. We've got a little mini fridge here, which I'll pop my water into, very nice. We've got down here, little, oh, yes, those were my knees. Long flight. This is a coffee machine with some still and sparkling water, which is great. And in here you've got just your basic kind of coffee and tea. This looks like, yeah, just coffee and tea. Pretty basic, but with some half and half and creamer. Nothing in there. Nope, so I'm guessing the rest of these are just empty. We've got a little bit of a desk area here with some groovy art. It looks like there is kind of some in-room dining options, which is nice, I think, depending on how your flights work. Everything looks to be a bit more around dinner, but I did see there is kind of breakfast for a fee, and I think there's a coffee stand area in the lobby that we'll check out tomorrow. So panning around over here, we've just got a little lounge chair, another kind of cool lamp with a table. Let's see, do I have a view? I mean, it really doesn't matter, does it, at this rate, but... Ooh, I've got basically a lovely view of just some of the motorways connected to the airport and the Boston City skyline in the back. Not so shabby. Now, let's go check out the closet and the bathroom. So in here, we've just got pretty much what you would expect. Luggage rack, ironing board, closet, and 5 hangers. Then we've got the bathroom in here. Oh, look at that lighting. Really pretty lit mirror. The room comes with body lotion, shampoo and conditioner, a hair dryer, some soap, and one very tired face. Let's see, and then we've just got our shower in here. So yeah, not too bad, I would say. And then obviously la toilette. Yeah, so first impressions, I'm super happy. The hotel seems really quiet. Check-in was such a breeze. You know, I mentioned you have like that 7 to 10 minute walk. I wasn't really timing it, to be fair, from the airport. There is a free shuttle to all the other airport terminals, so I'm going to test that tomorrow because I've got to pick up my rental car in the morning, and I'm also going to test out what the breakfast options are because when I stay here on the next leg of my trip, I've got a 7:15 a.m. flight. So I'm sure I'll just be bolting my way out. So I thought reviewing it on this end might make a little bit more sense. But for now, I'm off to sleep, and I will check in with you tomorrow with kind of my full review after I've experienced some other amenities of the hotel. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so it is the next day. I'm feeling a lot more fresh, but I've actually got to run out of here in the next few minutes. So I'm gonna make this short, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to also capture my second stay before I fly to London, just so I can actually go and see and film a bit more of the hotel, because I just haven't really had time. But a couple of quick things. So my night's sleep was actually pretty good. My sleep cycle app did pick up some noise in the hallways, which shows there's just not the rooms are not completely soundproof, and I randomly could hear like one of the toilets flushing in one of the rooms adjacent. But to be fair, I was so tired, and I only heard that around the time I was about to wake up. So wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. I think, you know, you stay at this kind of hotel because you're flying in and flying out of the airport, so it kind of has that utility. And I think if that's what you're looking for, then this is a very good, clean, safe, seamless choice. The other thing to mention, you know, shower was great, water pressure was great. Didn't try the Wi-Fi at all, just because I have an American data plan. I did go down to breakfast this morning. There are 2 breakfast options you can pick from. There's a very kind of casual, like, coffee shop kiosk in the lobby. You can just get your like coffees or your lattes, breakfast sandwiches, like salads kind of stuff. I actually really wanted an omelet, so I decided to go sit down in the restaurant just because I had some time. It was really good. I would say the a la carte breakfast is a bit pricey. Most items are like $15 and more. I think my omelet was $18, and then I wanted just a regular cup of coffee, but they kind of do it in carafe form, which was another $5.50. So my breakfast in total with tip came to closer to $30, which is kind of a lot, but you get a lot of food. The omelet was fantastic. I mean, arguably a bit too much cheese, but I mean, is there really ever such a thing as too much cheese for the cheese lovers out there? So I had like a bacon and cheddar omelet with mushrooms, was really, really good. And then it either comes with a side of salad, potatoes, or fruit. I decided to go for the breakfast potatoes, but they're basically just tater tots, which, I mean, is also delicious, but there's so many, like, portion sizes in America now that I don't live there, oh my gosh. So I really could only eat like a few of them, but they were very good. And yeah, just super happy with the experience. So if you do want more of that kind of sit down eggs kind of breakfast, I would recommend going there. If you just want like a grab and go breakfast sandwich and a coffee, then you've got the option in the lobby. So now I'm actually gonna take the free airport shuttle. So I think, as I mentioned, you can walk to Terminal E from the hotel, but then you also can take the shuttle to all the different other terminals and also the rental car place. So I've rented a car. I'm headed to see my family, and yeah, so let's go do that. It's they told me it's a bit misleading on the website. It says every 30 minutes on the website, but that's actually not correct. It's every 15 minutes up until 11:30 a.m. and then it goes to every 30 minutes. So the more you know, but let's go check it out. Hey guys, me again. So I am actually back at the Hilton Logan Airport Hotel for stay number 2. Equally tired-faced this time, but slightly better. It's 10:30. And I've got to probably get up at 4:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna hopefully make this quick. I checked in today around 3 p.m. My room was ready, which was great. Although I would say, compared to the first check-in, the guys were really not helpful and really not that friendly at the check-in desk. It was one of those situations where there was a bit of a line, and there was one guy just kind of faffing around and not at all like offering to help the next people in line, which was really frustrating because he didn't really look that busy. And when I did actually get my turn up there, the guy kind of yelled at me because I had said, oh, they accidentally charged me for the Wi-Fi last time and I didn't connect to it. And he's like, well, they only charge you if you connect to it. And I'm like, I didn't connect to it. And I remember last time they had given me a piece of paper with a code that you put in to have free Wi-Fi. They didn't even bother giving me that piece of paper with the code for the Wi-Fi this time. So it was just a very poor check-in experience, which is disappointing because I think it's a very nice hotel. But I'll give you a quick spin around the room. It actually looks exactly the same. This time I'm in room 659. I have a king room, non-smoking again, and literally it's like Groundhog's Day. The room looks exactly the same. But I am gonna actually turn the lights off quickly just to show you one thing. I don't have as nice of a view as last time, but I have a more strategic view, which is, if you can see here, I've got a view of the parking garage. But then if you can see here, I think I was mentioning you can walk from the hotel directly into the terminal. This is the bridge that you actually walk through. You don't actually walk through the parking garage, so don't worry about that. There is actually a way, kind of, you do see where the parking garage is when you walk through, but you don't actually go that way. But that is actually part of the walk there to the terminal, if you wanted to see what that looks like. All right, so one thing I did forget to share when I did my room tour. Boom! How crazy is the placement of the hotel safe? It's literally in the drawer next to the bed, and you actually lift it up. It's pretty big, to be fair, but yeah, that's pretty cool and different. And now we go to sleep. All right, so a couple other little bits about the hotel. When you come in, the lobby is really lovely and spacious. There's actually a very historic statue of this woman named Isabella in the lobby, which I thought was really interesting, who it's kind of an homage to a fisherman's wife who apparently disappeared during a very tragic storm. And there's a very interesting story about her. They do have valet, and a nice tip there is when I came, I originally came here with my rental car when I checked in, and I just wanted to leave the rental car out front for 5 minutes, and it's a little intimidating. So I just pulled the car off to the side, talked to the valet guys and said, hey, I just literally want to drop the bags in the room before I get the rental car. Can I just leave the car outside for 10 minutes? And they were super accommodating. I did give them a little tip in cash. I gave them $5. So I would recommend, you know, if you do want to do those things, I think in the US it's always nice to tip a little bit, like a few dollars kind of thing. They just looked after the car outside for me while I ran upstairs, all that. Bing, bang, boom, very easy. And then, yeah, you know, I didn't get to experience the gym, but they do have, I think the gym is open 24 hours here. So down to the, drum roll please, would I stay here again? Absolutely. I think this is the kind of hotel you stay at when you have an early morning flight out of Logan Airport, or when you have a very late arrival into Logan Airport. I think it's like it does what it says on the tin kind of thing. It's clean, it's comfy, it's safe. It's very much your kind of standard Hilton type quality hotel. Now, would I stay here if I wanted to, say, spend a few days in Boston or explore Boston for like a week? Probably not, just because so you can take, you can use the airport shuttle to get to the, I think the blue line or the silver line, to take the T into Boston. I think unless it's a really dramatic cost savings, I probably wouldn't stay here as a exploring Boston trip, because if you take a taxi into Boston, it's gonna run you, depending on where you go, like $25, $35, and that's each way. And now Uber could be a bit less, but I just took an Uber from the North End here, which is really not a long ride, and it was $35 for Uber Exec, $30 for Uber X. So it's expensive, and I think if you really wanted to explore Boston, you would be so much better off picking an area around Boston that you really want to stay around, I personally really like to stay in the Back Bay because I think it's just a really great walkable neighborhood. There's a lot of activities, so that would be my recommendation. But I think if you're only here for 24 hours kind of thing, this is a great option, and you want to pop in and out of Boston like I did today, fine. But I wouldn't do it for more than that. I would do it more for like the in and out of an early kind of flight type situation. So anyways, that was really waffly. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have any more questions about the hotel, please leave a comment down below. Sharing is caring here on this channel. And if you want to see more of my hotel reviews, travel vlogs, life in London kind of vlogs, please hit that subscribe button because I've got more great stuff coming up soon. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you soon.